Welcome back to Flash Fiction Fridays. I'm Teresa Garcia, or Amehana Arashi. Today's flash fiction is The Sock Drawer, and this was inspired by how difficult it was to actually get a decent bag of socks while up in Medford, which I had to return without, because the socks were locked up, and I was not going to go hunt down an associate to get 2 bags of socks. So again, the sock drawer. The warm night always came to an end. Day by day the drawer would be pulled out with a deafening rumble. Every day they would lose at least 1 pair, and sometimes more, to the giant. Sometimes a fresh pack would be nestled in among them, the babies too young to be released into their cottony swarm. When and if the giant returned any of those it took, they always returned worn and battle-scarred, smelling of bleach with tales of horror. Not every pair returned whole. Marriage, though the usual social arrangement in their colony, was not permanent, nor was it forever. Mates wore out, gaining gaping holes from too tight shoes, unshorn nails, and the teeth of dogs and cats. This did not even scratch the surface of the threat of drowning and dashing to pieces in the washer. Dissolving happened all too often to those they knew, as did washing over the side of the tub into the unknown depths below where the screams of the damned still sounded. Collectively, each pair in singles shook themselves as the drawer once more slid out. Who would it be today to suffer abuse and possibly die? Everyone prepared to cling to everyone else, never giving up the hope of peace. An especially venerable pair was ripped from the mass, to the pained gasps of the horde. The new patriarchs, a mated pair of threadbare right socks, saluted their predecessors. No one hoped for their return. It would be a final walk somewhere, and either dissolving in the wash or a languishing fate in the bin. Stifled wails choked and flattened and rolled throats. Rustling came from the half-open bag on the left-hand side where the thicker ones tried to ask the elders for an explanation. No one dared answer them. The drawer was still open, and they must never let the giant hear them. Only bad things could happen, like the day it overheard the underwear jeering about getting fat. An entire drawer wiped out in a matter of minutes. Why was the drawer open so long? A thin, sad plastic bag nestled down on top of the pile, full of new denizens of this lair of Hades. The drawer finally slid shut, and the socks all looked at each other in horror. Surely these new inmates, so thin and delicate, would only see a matter of days when it came to their use. But was that a blessing or a curse? And that was The Sock Drawer. And once again, this has been Flash Fiction Fridays. If you would like your shorts, flash fiction, or poetry featured on this podcast, please feel free to email me at ladyrainstardragon@hotmail.com. I'll pay $3 for each accepted poem, short story, or flash fiction once it is ready to be read, recorded, and put out on the podcast. You retain your copyrights. Until next time, I'm Teresa Garcia, or Amehana Arashi. Happy reading.